All right, we're on Zavim, Perek Aleph Mishnah Gimel. Third Mishnah in the first chapter of Masechet Zavim. Let's go back to the chart that we made, I made yesterday, which reminded us, we're going to talk about a Zav, a male, and we learned that the Zav, Ziva, the halachic status of Ziva, is Tali B'Ri'iyot. Ri'iyot means emissions, actual episodes. And it's not Tali, it's not dependent upon days. And we're going to see that the Ri'iyot can be divided by days. It has some connection to days, but basically, how many times a male experiences an emission of this fluid, of this ziva fluid. It's not semen, it's not seminal fluid, it's ziva fluid. And we learned that, remember, that we want to know the huge difference between 1 or 2 ri'iyot. 2 ri'iyot, a person is, the male has to keep Shiva and Akiyim, 7 clean days, but he doesn't have to bring a korban. But it's 3, he's a Zav Gamor, a complete Zav, and he has to do Shiva and Akiyim, and has to bring a korban in the Beit HaMikdash. That's a really big deal. So therefore, it's important to know how many ri'iyot that he had. We also talked about in the last Mishnah what happens if there was an interruption of a day in between and whether that was important and meaningful or not. That in mind, let's go back to our Mishnah. It says the Mishnah, Ra'a achad hayom, ushtayim lemachar. What if he sees 1 ri'iyah today, ushtayim and 2 ri'iyot the second day? Or, shtayim hayom ve'achat lemachar. He sees 2 today and 1 tomorrow. Shalosh lishlosha yamim o shlosha yelo. Or 3 in 3 days or 3 nights. Hooray, Zav Gamor. So even though, it's a skip, it's not even a skip of a day because you're seeing on consecutive days. Then he's what's called a Zav Gamor. And then the Barturis says, Chaya b'korbanot. It's Chaya b'korbanot because as we've said, Dib'ri'iyot tala rachmana. Let me just explain these words. Ri'iyot on sites, i.e. on episodes. Tala rachmana. Rachmana means the Torah tied the halacha of Zav to Ri'iyot. Dichtiv tum'ato bezovo. His tuma, this is what it says in the pasuk. His tuma in his zav. Tumato tuluya bezovo. His tuma, his impurity is dependent upon his zovo on the flow. Ve'enat tuluya b'yomo. It doesn't have to do with the yomei. Okay, and we said that if there's an interruption in the days, then Beit Hillel said below every zav gamor. But if the ri'iyot are subsequent on subsequent days, then he's definitely chayav on a korban because he's called a Zav Gamor. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Make it a great day.